when the money go. You don't slap, that's facts, if the money low. I'm a grab brown man when it come back. I'ma give back my bad when the check hit, the direct hit. I'm glad when the check, the direct hit. I'm sad like, who's that knocking at my window? They say that it's the money, I'm like tenfold. Over and out. That's gon' make you up like a limbo. She said she not a, she an. Why you do that like that? It's a lot of money. Why are you mad like that? Ooh, I'm in my new bag, my bag.
Coach, it's one of those teeth-chatteringly cold and snowy December afternoons here at Gillette Stadium in Foxborough. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it, this crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Atlanta Falcons and the New England Patriots. The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. This will be taken in at the 1. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Let's go!
Okay, break. Check. 59.
Watch a slack. Watch a slack. Shoot. Watch twist.
Check 9.
Recon, 132 fight. Hey, switch gear. Ready.
They'll run for the first time with Phillip Lindsay. He'll have a first down past the 40. A huge play there right off the bat. 43 yards on the ground. Well, welcome to the party. First carry of the game. How about that?
And just think, as far as he's concerned, he's just getting warmed up.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30.
Check 50.
Check safety. Hard. Tighten up. Now. Ready, go.
On first down, right back to Lindsay. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Hey. 3 down. Hey, check. 3 down.
2nd and 6. Johnson's got it complete, and he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. As his guys are in for 6, and the Falcons take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. You always worry about the plant foot in the snow, but no problems there. And it's now a 7-0 game. Brown now to kick it away after the touchdown. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Garoppolo will lead the Patriots up with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Sony Michel, his first carry. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And it'll be 2nd and 12.
At the 23-yard line.
Here we go, here we go. 180!
45 to Mike. Watch QB drop.
They'll run it here. This is James White. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up third down.
2 yards leads to third down and 14.
So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now, third and long.
Pick it up, pick it up, pick it up.
Mike spot 4, Mike spot 4. Mike spot
Lock, lock, lock. Team, we're pretty quiet. Hey, gun.
A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. And he'll get that to Michelle, complete. A third down gain of 19.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
I got you. You're all mine.
Garoppolo now, first down throw. A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Keanu Neal. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. They're trying to resurrect his confidence. Last week was a disaster, 5 interceptions in that loss, and another pick there.
I played with a quarterback like this before, and he had a tough game, and the head coach said, I'll take him, I'll fix him. The very next game, he started out the exact same way. The head coach turned to the offense coordinator and said, he's yours from now on. Someone has to take responsibility and work with him and try and get him settled.
Watch the ship. Watch the ship.
They'll start on the ground with Lindsey. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They have to be thrilled with that first drive. They got them the touchdown. Now they'll be looking to make it a 2-score advantage here on the road.
And you know, they spent all week in practice, in meetings, talking about taking an early advantage. Being the road team, going up a score, that takes the crowd out of the game and puts some doubt in the minds of their opponents.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. On second down, a run with Lindsey. And he'll be brought down right at midfield after a gain of only a couple.
I think that's the type of run we'll continue to see throughout this game. The snow coming down, I don't expect a lot of big plays to be broken.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Complete. It's Johnson. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th. So on trots the field goal unit, and wow, this is going to be a challenge here. They spot it on the midfield stripe, so it is a 60-yard attempt here. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. So look at this. Here's the field goal unit coming out. And he is going to need to bomb this one. They spot it on the midfield stripe. So it is a 60-yard attempt here. And this is good. He got just enough to clear the crossbar as he drops it in from long distance. And that right there is something we've seen, 15 times in NFL history. That will officially go down as a 60-yard field goal.
And everything has to be absolutely perfect for this to have any chance. He's got to get it out low and really drive through it. And I tell you, that was one heck of a kick. One heck of a decision on the sideline to even try it as well.
And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line.
Here we go,
the Pats at the line, ready to go. They'll look to get something started. They need to, down 10-0 early, as they've got it 1st and 10. They begin with Michel on the ground. And he's got some space here. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. Sony Michel with touchdown number 20 on the year as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Not a whole lot to recap on that drive. Just one play, 75 yards to the house.
Yeah, it's a long way to go. And remember, rarely is it a straight line 75 yards, too. Got to have a little extra in there. So whatever the final number is, a well-deserved seat on the bench, a little oxygen if he wants it as well.
This will be taken in at the 1. And he will be marked down right there at the 20-yard line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted, and we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. Now 2nd and 7 from the 23.
Ricky. Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping. Check. Check. Hey, alert 3. Alert 4. Go.
A give running right, Lindsey. And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24. They had 3 yards on first down, just 1 yard there.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stopped that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
Get in the weight room. Squeeze, get in there. Go. You're out. Set, go.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Being chased out left. He's got the hook up with Conley. Good defense holds him to only a yard, and it'll be 4th down.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game, but it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go up and make the tackle right away.
And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line.
Here we go.
New England with a first down as they begin the drive. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in because they weren't ready to go on the last one.
He's got the lane, and there he goes. And he takes this thing way down into Atlanta territory. A big play there for New England. 64 yards. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone.
Rush in, rush in, rush in.
They stay on the ground. This time it's Michel. They stopped after only a yard, taking it down to the 14. Give them maybe a yard, quite the opposite from the previous big gainer.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Slam. 21.
$10-7 our score after 1 right here on EA Sports. Start of the second quarter from Foxborough. It's the homestanding Patriots with the football as they're looking at a 2nd down and 9 to go.
Here we go. 180!
All day, just like that.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. It's complete. James White. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. It'll be a gain of 9, and that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot.
Here we go.
They come out here in the eye.
I'm coming after you. Check 26.
Hey, gun.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Michel. And he will have the first down before he's brought down at the 3. Just a yard, but that's all they needed. And by the slimmest of margins, it'll be 1st and goal.
1st and goal at the 3-yard line.
They come up in an offset eye.
Hey, defense, let's go. Pick it up, D. Switch.
And they will run it with Michel. And he's over the line and into the end zone for a Patriot score. Sony Michel, his 21st touchdown of the season. And the Patriots have taken the lead. Gostkowski the extra point, and the lead is now 14-10.
Next to score, Patriots 14, Falcons 10.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
The Falcons take over.
We play to win. Let's
at
go.
their own 25-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before and realize it hasn't
Go
worked
to
so
something
well.
else.
And maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
It's a gain of 11, and the Falcons pick up the first. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
I got it.
He's coming. Double. He's coming. Double up.
Undercrush, undercrush, undercrush. Check. Bam. Hot, hot. Kill, kill, kill. Turn it up. Hot.
Now it's Lindsey. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. Now that sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
Strong right. Strong
Right, 64, weak.
Hey. We got 3. We got 3. 3 down. 3 down. Alert flare. Alert flare. Flare.
Gone. Out. Ready.
On second down, it's Lindsey. And he'll get this only up to about the 35. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. I think you mentioned in the opening drive that these guys needed to establish the run, protect the young QB. Actually wrote that down, believe it or not. So how would you assess things so far?
I'm kind of touched that you actually wrote something like that down. I appreciate that, partner. But I do think they've been able to do that. Maybe not as effectively as they've wanted to, but I think we'll see more as this game goes along because they want to continue to take care of that young QB.
And able to find Conley. That goes as a gain of 36 on third down.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big gain. And between the last 2 plays, they moved it over half the length of the football field.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Ready. Alert. Mike's 50. And we got to get to the ball. 22 jet bomber. Check 37. Mike's 50. Hey, check.
Back to throw now on first down. And finding the tight end Hooper. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. The completion good for 3, and it's second down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Here's a 2nd and 7, and it's caught. 7 yards there and a first down.
Let's go.
And he went in route there from the slot for the completion.
Love how he runs his routes because it's all setting up your defender. Give him a little something one way, take it the other way. Head and shoulder fake. Sometimes you make one step to the outside, then break it inside. Really well-run route.
They come out here in the eye.
I'm going to run you hard. I'm going to run you over. Ready, go.
They'll try to run with Lindsey. And he is not going to get through here on try number 1. They stop him at the goal line. No gain on the play, and it's going to be 2nd and goal. Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal. One more time with Lindsey. And he will take it in for a Falcon touchdown. Phillip Lindsey hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Falcons have retaken the lead. The call is to go for 1 and kick the extra point. It's good, and they'll take a 17-14 lead.
Makes the score Falcons 17, Patriots 14. John Brown set to kick off.
Brown now to kick it away after the touchdown. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll be taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
Mike, here we
The Pats at the line, ready to go. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense getting the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd and 11. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
12. Go ahead. Hey, gun. I got you.
Roy. 45.
On 2nd and 11 now. Garoppolo. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
Well, we're not playing 3 yards in a cloud of dust football anymore. I kind of get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football. Because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion. And both sides trying to get to the football, and you're holding your breath wondering whether it's going to go good or bad for your team.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Tighten down. There you go.
12, fellas. Here we go. 12.
You got tight right there.
Working from the gun, Garoppolo. He's going to air it out for Dorsett. He's got a man, complete. A big play there for New England. 45 yards.
I think it's pretty safe to say that initially they had to be thinking about trying to get into field goal range. But after that shot right there, they've got to be thinking bigger right now.
And that was probably their thought offensively. If we hit this, great, let's go for the end zone. If not, settle for a field goal. Looks like they can try to hit pay dirt. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10.
Hey, watch it.
Hey, gun.
On the ground, Michelle. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
You better bring it. I'm letting you know right now, you better bring it.
Check. Fresno.
Garoppolo. Complete to Dorsett. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half.
Here we go.
Last completion actually lost a yard, so now they'll need to convert on 3rd down.
Hey, alert! Go!
45's the mic.
I got you.
From the gun, it's Garoppolo.
You ain't going nowhere.
And unable to connect, incomplete. I'll give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
Just over 30 seconds to go in the half. They've got it 1st and 10.
3 down. Watch the twist.
66. Bullet high. Go. Go get him.
Check.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Now the Patriots will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. They don't want to repeat a first down. They'll keep it on the ground. And he'll push forward here for a good little run as the clock continues to run. The Patriots will take their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half.
Here we go. Chopper.
Once again, they'll keep it on the ground. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half.
Ready. 22 by 22. Blue dot working. Let him.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left. He was looking to get that one to DJ Moore, and it's 2nd down. Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10.
You can smoke. Save.
2nd and 10. He's going to look deep for more. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. DJ Moore in the final seconds of the first half as his guys are able to regain the lead. Extra point right down the middle. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful.
Patriots 17. John Brown set to kick off.
Brown now to kick it away after the touchdown. Short kick. One of the up middle take it now. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game.
John Brown set to kick off.
This snow front that has socked much of the East Coast not going away as we are back to it in the second half. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
Here we go.
New England with a first down as they begin the drive. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up.
Here we go.
Check.
180.
Check. 45.
11.
Time to go. Night. He's crashing. He's checking crash.
Hey, zoom.
45. Mike, 45. Coming this way.
21.
On 2nd and 15 now. Garoppolo. He's going to air it out for Dorsett. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Philip Dorsett, the intended receiver. And now it's 3rd down.
I remember Philip Dorsett coming out of the University of Miami, ready to hit the league. All we talked about was speed, speed, speed. Just throw it to him, and you've got a great chance at a completion, but not that time.
Not that time. They tried a deep downfield with his speed, but incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. He's got right here. And they're going to get him down well short of the first as he can only get this to the 30. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the 1st down. In this case, it didn't happen.
That one sails out of bounds. The side judge will walk it off. And he says it went out of bounds at the 9-yard line. Nice punt. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game, but this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football, because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, and puts them in that position.
They'll run. It's Lindsey. And a short gain here across the 10 to the 12. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
Now back to throw. Caught here by Conley. It's a big play there for Atlanta. 58 yards. We know he's good at catching the football, but then after the catch, he's got escapability.
Not only that, he's got some toughness as well, because you know he's coached very hard to make sure he battles through, breaks tackles, and then they finish with, but don't fumble the football.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. Clearly wasn't outside of the tackle box. There's your penalty.
And accompanying that penalty, a loss of down.
They lose the yardage, and, of course, they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long. Shotgun snap, and a give to Lindsey. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to 3rd down. Well executed there on 2nd down, so do you go back to the air on 3rd?
Well, that's a possibility, but now you've opened up things to where you showed that you would run the ball.
And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. Kyle Van Noy in there yet again. What else is new? He continues to rewrite the record book in single-season sacks. And his kick is right there. It's good. And that will push the lead up to double digits now at 10. So put another 3 on the board. All things considered, a good opening drive to begin the 3rd quarter.
And as a defense, the way that this game is going, you're excited to see those points go on the board. Gives them a little bit of leeway to play with when they're out on the field. And they're real excited to see their offense score. Now they get to go out there and do their part.
Let's go, baby.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Here we go,
The Pats at the line, ready to go. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell you?
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. chalk that up as their first sack in this game, and they tallied 4 a week ago.
And probably not as much exultation in that sack as what took us so long. Because when you get 4 the previous week, you're counting on continuing that momentum. They didn't get that done in the first half of the game. Let's see now if they start to bring even more exotic pressure towards the quarterback.
Check Mike 54. Mike 54.
To try again after the sack. Garoppolo got some room at the 30. Dorsett making the catch. Finally taken down at the 32-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to 3rd down.
Let's get it.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Quick the edge. Go.
He's checking. Crash.
Now Michelle, and he's going to be stopped short of a 1st down as they'll get to him at about the 33. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave them with a 4th down.
They tried their best to pick up that 3rd and 1, but their surge wasn't enough to counteract what came back at them from the defensive side, was it?
Offensive line, especially in the middle, looked like they were on skates a little bit when that one started.
So now we bring up 4th and inches. This will be a critical call.
Here we go.
And in their own territory, needing only a few inches, they're going to line up to go for this thing on 4th down. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Falcons will take control of the football in great field position. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Man, I got you.
Ready, go.
On play action, they'll throw. He lets this one fly toward the back of the... And this is caught for a Falcon touchdown. DJ Moore. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Falcons push further out in front.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his 2nd touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go.
17. John Brown set to kick off.
Brown now to kick it away after the touchdown. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
New England with a 1st down as they begin the drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet.
The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Then it's Clinton Dix with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
Strong left.
Here we go. Ready.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. Going up top. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Finally, a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles this entire game. Offensively, they've had their way with them.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
Check 31. Watch twist. Squeeze. Get in there.
A run with Lindsey out of the gun. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down.
Now, this is an example of breaking down in defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Here we go. Set 270 Indy. Set, go.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And the catch made by Johnson. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A good pickup there, 21 yards. Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up 1st and 10. Back to throw here. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on 1st down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on 1st down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41.
Let's pick it up. It's all big. Let's get off the field. Let's get off the field.
They're going to look to throw. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. In for the score. And the Falcons push further out in front.
I know Paul Revere talked about by land or by sea, right? You know, 1 by land, 2 by sea. He didn't mention air because right now we're seeing a big-time performance, aren't we? That's 2 touchdowns so far in this game.
Where'd you pull that one from?
And, you know, every now and then I actually listened in history class.
And you're just a scholar all the way around. You're reading all the time. I like that you fit that into the broadcast.
You know, I just grab a nugget when I can.
This is fielded at the goal line. Dances by him. And not a bad return. Here he gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Let's go.
Here we go, here we go.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. And last time wasn't pretty. 1 play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now in this drive.
And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. Emmanuel Ogbah in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Throwing now is Garoppolo. Looking for Harry. He airs it out deep. And that's caught inside the 30. And they do finally get him, but he takes it to the 25. Back now in Foxborough. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's 1st and 10. And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
And he's going to have the hook up to Izzo. That one good for a 1st down pickup of 18 yards. Garoppolo again. Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19. Tack McKinley made his way into the backfield.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury.
Here we go.
1st down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further.
Mike's 54. Mike's 54.
Let's make these babies cry.
11.
Let's make these babies cry.
To throw, it's Garoppolo. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. N'Keal Harry was the intended target, but now it's 3rd and goal. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
Looking to throw, Garoppolo. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Defensively, you look at the numbers. Another incomplete pass that we just saw, and they're under 200 yards passing for the game, so they've done their job on that side of the ball.
Yeah, recently I was actually working a game where a quarterback had a streak of 5 straight games without a 200-yard game, and that was a big talk, both in his town and amongst his team. How do we get the passing game going? So big credit to them holding them under 200 today.
Well, in the grand scheme of things, those 3 points likely not going to matter much, but I guess they get a little closer, a little more respectability.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been outplayed all game long, but like my mom used to tell me all the time before I went out, dress up a little bit, son. Make yourself respectable. And that's what they're doing here. They're just dressing up the final score.
Fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done. They'll look to throw. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Kyle Van Noy picks up his second sack of the afternoon.
Well, someone's closing in on the league lead in sacks. He came into the game in the top 5. Now you add 2 more to his total.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. On third down, here's Lindsey. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. It'll be a gain of 4, but it won't be enough. It leaves him with a 4th down now.
Well, the guys who are paid to make the tackles deserve some kudos there, but I think they deserve even bigger ones because in that situation, they had to be thinking pass. Loosened up defense, going to pass coverage. Instead, maybe they surprised him a little bit running the ball, yet they rallied to it and stopped him well short of a first down. So they wound up passing on a long field goal try, but that works out for them really well. That one's down inside the 5-yard line.
And it's risky because your punter, if he puts it in the end zone, the net result not worth it, but there, I think worth it. New England with a first down as they begin the drive. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I've never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
So forget about being backed up. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way across midfield. Now this time, Garoppolo will throw.
I'm going back to you. I'm going back to you.
Flushed out right. Now Garoppolo lost the football, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. If ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball,
21,
man.
21.
Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Now Garoppolo. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Tat McKinley able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Here we go.
So the sack of Garoppolo. And now what can they come up with on 3rd and long? Play action. Garoppolo. Forced out to his left. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. He got 29 yards that time.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, it was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice first down.
From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
11.
A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. Looking for Harry. He airs it out deep, and that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
Here we go.
Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10.
Man up, D. Man up, D.
And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. They call that a loss of 6 yards. And it's 3rd down now. New England on 3rd down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This is 3rd and 16.
It's going to be a long day.
11.
And yet again, it's Garoppolo. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Tack McKinley getting him once again his 3rd sack of the afternoon.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down.
45, Mike, 45.
Let's go, tight end. Let's go right here now.
45.
Black.
Record.
Garoppolo to throw for it on 4th. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. The Patriots come up empty on 4th down. And the Falcons defense stands tall. They'll get the football back.
Here we go.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Been a very strong performance for them, really on both sides of the football. The turnover on downs the most recent example, and now, obviously, they're in a great spot here.
Yeah, if you're over on the bench right now, you're shaking hands with your teammate, you're hugging him, give him a little dap. Been a big performance for them. Now you just don't get careless, take care of the ball on the way out.
So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. And you have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. And quickly, we're going to get another stop here with 1:54 left as they call the timeout defensively.
Let's go. 30 pace, let's go. Check. Let's go.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Escaping and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Now the Patriots will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here's Matt Bosher now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. This is away and a very good kick angled for the sidelines. And they'll play keep away from the returner as this one will be marked out of bounds at the 13-yard line. Pretty good spot.
Right there.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once we were down.
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And the return stops just a little bit shy of midfield at the 48-yard line. Wow, between last week and this week, that's now 8 interceptions. 5 a week ago, now 3 here.
Well, he is so lucky that one of the defense coordinators I played for, a man named Ken Donahue, is not there right now. Because he saw that happen during his coaching career, and he grabbed the quarterback in the midst of a streak like this and said, tell you what, son, why don't you throw it to the defensive guys, and let's see if our receivers can intercept it.
Well, he's got to figure something out because the current formula is not working. Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Another run by Lindsey. And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line. The Patriots will take their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 1:06 left to go in the game. An extra corner comes on now for the Patriots D on 3rd down.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
He'll look to throw. He's going to look deep for more. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 10. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative.
And he goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14. And they'll try Michelle here running on the right side. And he'll be brought down, it looks like, right at the 15. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down. I was pretty surprised there when they lined up to run it on 2nd and long, but it worked out for them.
It certainly did, and that requires some confidence, some fortitude, and a little bit of hope, doesn't it? You hope you catch your defense just right and break off a big run to help yourself out on the next down.
Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete.
It's now 4th down.
Boy, not deterred from those first 2 failed attempts. They're going to go a 3rd time here on 4th down. Garoppolo going to go on 4th down. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for Atlanta, it's an important win for their playoff hopes as they hit the 10-win mark now at 10-5. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for New England, it's a tough blow to their playoff aspirations as they drop to 9-6. And they'll try again next week at home against New England. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.